Hello music fans, you're watching Death by Unicorn, where we talk about metal, rock, and prog music, and this is New Music Picks 2026. I'm going to talk about new albums that came out on June 19th, 2026. There's only 2 of them this time, so this will be a shorter video in this series. Usually I talk about like 7 or more. But yeah, it wasn't a busy day for releases for me. These were the 2 I wanted to check out. And I'll talk about them in my order of preference, starting with Prince of Failure and their self-titled debut album. This is a project from the UK. It's progressive metal, djent, metalcore, alternative metal, even sometimes alternative rock. Pretty accessible, not super progressive. This project features Daniel Tompkins of Tesseract and Paul Ortiz of Chimp Spanner. And I'm putting this in my very good tier. I heard the debut single Horizon featuring Kristen Hope. I enjoyed that, so that's what got me to check this out. And of course, I just love Daniel Tompkins as a vocalist, and check out most of his projects like Tesseract, Sky Harbor, White Moth, Black Butterfly, and now this one. I don't know if he has other projects even. I've checked out one of his, he has some solo albums as well. Maybe he has others, but those are some of the ones that I remember checking out, and I always enjoy everything he does. Most of the vocals on this album are clean vocals by Dan Tompkins, but he does scream on several of the tracks too for a bit. The music's kind of prog metal, kind of djent, kind of metalcore, but it's also often fairly simple and catchy with alternative rock, with electronic, with synth vibes from time to time. But I do like how the end of the album finishes heavy with screams on the last track, Jaded Mantra. So check this out if you want to hear Dan from Tesseract sing over some simpler, more accessible music that still packs a punch from time to time, gets you banging your head a bit. But many of the parts could fit in on rock and metal radio. So I put this in my very good tier. I was contemplating excellent tier because Dan's vocals are amazing as always, but I just prefer his work and his compositions and just the compositions of the band and how all the bands play together and his other groups like Tesseract, Sky Harbor, and White Moth, Black Butterfly. So those are kind of his 3 projects that I prefer to this, but I'm curious to see where this one goes next, and I'll definitely follow along with their career. That sounds good to you. Check out Prince of Failure by Prince of Failure. Next, I want to mention an album by the band Pond called Terrestrials. This is the 11th album by this Australian band. This is psychedelic rock with indie rock, pop, electronic, new wave, post-punk, space rock influences. And I put this in my very good tier as well. This is similar to the last couple Pond albums, which I heard and enjoyed, but I didn't go back too much. So it belongs in my very good tier like those other ones. A really solid band, but nothing mind-blowing, not quite crossing my border into excellence. But if you're a fan of bands like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard and Motorpsycho, and want to hear a slightly more straightforward and simple version of those bands, check out this band Pond and their album Terrestrials. And that's it for my first impressions on these 2 albums that came out on June 19th, 2026. What do you think of these albums? Let me know down in the comments. And did anything else come out recently that you think I might enjoy? And if you like metal, rock, and prog music, you're in the right place. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you wanted to stay in the loop on when I post new videos. My next video in this series, I'll be talking about new music that's coming out June 26th from Muse, from Exploring Birdsong, from the Pretty Reckless, Voyage 35, Lex Legion, and Fire in Her Eyes. So those are some of the ones I'm planning to listen to in about a week's time. And let me know if anything else good is coming out. Other than that, I'm probably going to post a Dream Rush set list video. I put up a video already, if you're a fan of Rush, that you should definitely check out, where I compare the 4 set lists of Rush on their 50 something year tour, whatever they're calling this tour. I forget what they're calling it, but I am going to go see it in Toronto. And yeah, I just compared the 4 nights, their first 4 nights, the set list, what songs are in all of them, what songs are unique to each night. Talked about which nights were my favorite. And my next kind of Rush related video will be my ideal Rush set list using the songs that they played so far only, and then I'll make another ideal Rush playlist using any Rush song where anything's fair game. So I think that could be kind of fun. Then I was also thinking of doing another Rush related video if the Rush content's doing well, of just what my favorite song on every Rush album is. And that could almost turn into a series. I think I've seen Scott from the Prog Corner doing a series where he's doing a bunch of artists and doing his favorite favorite song on each album. So I might do something like that. There's some bands that I might talk about there, and maybe I'll start with Rush or some other band. But I think that could be a cool series to do. And then I will probably put up my best albums of 2026 so far soon as well, maybe in a week or two. So stay tuned for that, and peace out.